Welcome to the Big Blue Offensive Podcast with Mike Trainer, Jay Jules, and John Depot.
And also Vin.
Hey, what's up, Giants fan? Welcome to the BBONYG Podcast. I am Mike. That is Jules. That is John. That is Vin. Guys, we had a nice month off, but all of a sudden we got some news with the Giants back in the spotlight. Harbaugh making moves with Joe Shane, with Dawn in the building. We got a nice front office finally making some moves, but it did start off with some rumors early on in free agency, right before we started signing guys, that were in on Kenny Walker, Super Bowl MVP running back from Seattle, that unfortunately for me, he signed with the Chiefs. I wanted him on the Giants, but the money got too big. We had to back out at the last minute. Apparently they were in, for the end. And that just ties it along with what we're going to do with the number 5 pick. And now we're hearing the rumors about Love, Notre Dame stud running back. That's going to be a monster. He'll probably be a top 5 running back in the NFL. And I want him. I don't know what you guys think.
As a Notre Dame fan.
I mean, sure, I got some bias because I love Notre Dame, but I did like Nelson on Notre Dame back in the day too when he was playing offensive line. I knew he was going to be a stud, and I also knew Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame safety was going to be a stud, and he's no different. This guy is legit. He's going to be great for the next 10 plus years. I think if he's there at 5, you take him. And I say if because there's a lot of chatter that Tennessee might take him 4, and I could see Dable really screwing the Giants and taking him. I know some fans would like that, and some fans will hate it. I'm on the one side that hates it because I definitely want Love. What do you guys think?
I mean, I am not opposed to drafting running backs. I think they touch the ball more than any receiver. So if you got a great one, then fucking get him. But I fucking love Scatterboo, bro. He's going to be healthy for OTAs, let alone fucking training camp and obviously the regular season. I don't really know that we need to expend that kind of draft capital because for me, I feel like Scatterboo healthy, the way he runs, especially now that we're going to get into Patrick Richard or Ricard, whatever his name is, I feel like we're going to have a really good running game and we don't necessarily have to use that kind of draft capital on a running back. If we didn't have Scatterboo or if he was going to be hurt for most of the season, that's a different story. But I fucking love Scott, bro. I want to see that kid play. So let's use the draft pick somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of strong rumors that Tennessee might take Love at 4, and then that's the end of it. Styles is still becoming a popular pick, and Downs is the other popular pick. So it looks like we're kind of circling around those 3 type of names currently. As far as taking another running back, do I feel like we're in the same position or the same type of team that we had when Barkley was the name and I was a Penn State guy and I was sharing the same kind of enthusiasm that Mike is, right? No, I don't think we are. I can't say we're better or worse or in a different spot. And I know the whole Eli thing comes up and all those type of fucking, things I mentioned. So I don't know. And to me, yes, Love was great. He was really good at Notre Dame. But there's other running backs in this draft. And I almost think, and I said this last year, you know what? If you bought in a fucking Styles or Downs or something like that, really sold up this defense, you know what? That's looking good. I mean, obviously we're going to do some more of the free agent signings, but we've put some pieces together on offense. And there's still a couple of guys out there. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Travis Etienne hasn't signed anywhere, has he?
Saints.
He went to the Saints. That's right. The whole thing with Alvin Kamara. Right.
Loser.
Yeah, whatever. I forgot about one name. But anyhow.
No, not you. They went to the Saints. That's loser shit.
Oh, well, yeah. But, nowadays.
You're right the first time, John.
Nowadays, you could get running backs in the second round that are really good. There's been a lot of them through the last couple of drafts that are really good. And then, you take a look. Look, sometimes they work out in the first round. Sometimes they don't still. I don't know. To me, at 5, Love isn't the guy. But I also think that if for some reason something's sitting there, like an offensive tackle or something like that, and some guy decides to trade up or a team trades up with us and we go back to 9, let's say, I don't know if Love would still be there. But if we did that, I might consider him there at 9 or 10.
Do you guys not like Scott?
It's not that. It's just, to me, Scat's just one of those violent running backs, and we have Rashard. So now, if you combine the two, maybe Rashard teaches him how to play in that style, and then kind of like teaches him some veteran like moves and ideas to not hurt yourself or be as violent with yourself and still be an effective runner. So maybe he learns from him, and I get it, and he could develop in. But I don't really see him as one of those true every down backs.
Me neither. 25 times? No way.
Yeah, you know what? If you can keep him, I'm not saying he's not the type of guy that can't be around 10, 12 carries a game.
That's perfect.
You know what I mean? With some action out of the backfield catching the ball. Absolutely. But to see him do 20 or 20 plus and do that like over multiple games in a season,
I don't think
not in the way he's running currently. And like I said, maybe with a veteran like Rashard in that running back room, maybe he learns to run a little bit better in the NFL, and maybe he can develop. But you know what? If you do have some quote unquote generational talent, it does make you think about it. But again, I don't like him at 5.
Ben, what do you say? What do you think?
You guys know where I stand. I'm 120%
we know
away from running back. I think the Saquon pick was a big mistake. Set this franchise back. I think Jeremiah Love would set this franchise back. I think putting $15 million a year to Kenny Walker will set this franchise back. I don't believe that you should pay or draft running backs at a very high. They're a dime a dozen. You could get them literally off the street. You could get them off the street. And I personally like the way we won a Super Bowl with committees. I think committee is the way. We have the recipe.
But they were good, Ben. They were good.
Nobody in this podcast has mentioned Tyrone Tracy.
He's just waiting for you to stop talking.
And he had 1,000 yards his rookie year. You wanna run Scat out there 12, 15 times a game? You know Rashard is not touching the ball. I don't think he ever touched the ball in Baltimore. He's just merely there for blocking.
Gotcha.
It's Tracy. Tracy could catch the ball. Tracy could run the
wide receiver.
And Giant fans have completely forgotten about him. I think Tracy's a solid 1-2 punch with Scat. I do like Scat. I love Scat. I love Scat. But I agree with these guys. Like I think Scat could be an injury waiting to happen, and I love his style. It's just not very sustainable. I think Tracy is though. And the two of them together, you mix and match. You throw different looks. I wouldn't be surprised if we throw Isaiah Likely back there. You know what I mean? Mix it up. We got Nagy now. We got who's the run guy? Who's the run coordinator we hired?
I'm not sure.
Come on, Jules, help me out. Who's the run coordinator?
Matt Nagy. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Nagy's the OC, and he's the run game. And they brought in the run coordinator from Baltimore, right?
That's a good grab.
Who was it?
Running.
You guys don't remember? I think mix and match. I think we have so many other holes. We're going into this draft with still
Charlie Bowen.
Who is it?
But he was with Baltimore though.
Yeah.
Charlie Bowen.
He didn't do that position there. So hey, listen.
Same position?
No. He was the what was he there? He was the
Charlie Bowen is the run game coordinator and the outside linebackers coach.
So he was the opposite. So he literally did it defensively for Baltimore, and now we're asking him to do it offensively.
I don't think that was the name I was thinking of. No, I thought it was
There's a Willie Taggart serves as the running backs coach, and Greg Roman as the senior.
Greg Roman. It's Greg Roman. It's Greg Roman. He's our running back coordinator or something. I think he might have taken a demotion. From
AI says Greg Roman acts as a senior offensive assistant, heavily influencing the running attack.
There you go. That's what he is. So Greg Roman's going to run the ball with Lamar and Henry and what they were doing over there in Baltimore. And I feel like
that's but Ben, you just said it. Ben, you just said it. They ran it like that in Baltimore. Wouldn't you say all right, we need another running back to be able to do that? You think Tracy
get one in the 5th round?
I mean, okay. I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Why use the 5 pick?
I would get it in the 2nd. We don't have a 3rd, correct?
No, we don't have
at least, at least not right now. So, listen, if we go somewhere else in the, with the number 5 pick, I know we signed Edmunds to be our middle linebacker, correct, for 3 years.
Yeah.
He's legit. Would you guys want that kid Sonny Styles. Listen, I think if the Giants, if Avery slips somehow, I'll grab him in a second. Sonny Styles, I'm like, I don't know about him that great. I don't know if he's going to be that great. People are saying over Twitter like, oh, you put him next to Edmunds, he's going to be a stud. I don't know that, but I know Avery's nasty. I know he's the better one. If he slips, then I'm all for it taking a linebacker there, but I don't know about him.
We did re-sign Micah McFadden, who, when he was on the field, he did flash as a very good player. I don't know that he was a Pro Bowler or a future Pro Bowler, but he played well. Yeah, me too. I like him a lot.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna go out a little bit differently here, and I'm gonna say, and I know what I just said earlier about stacking the defense. Watch us grab a receiver. Even though
I hope we don't.
Even though we brought in Calvin Austin and Darnell Mooney, which was kind of surprising. I mean, they fit the mold. Listen, let me tell you something
Mooney.
right now.
I like Mooney a lot.
I like Mooney.
I feel it's already an upgrade over what we had last year. Obviously minus Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Neighbors aside.
Yeah.
And maybe you could compare him to a Wendell Robinson, but Wendell is definitely more of like a possession style of receiver where Mooney can hit a home run for you. And Wendell really didn't do that.
Yeah, right.
And we brought that in, and Calvin's supposed to be a home run hitter too. So they should open up the field for Isaiah and Neighbors. That's what the plan is there. So, if you look at everything we've done to this point, it's hard to say where we go. It does, in a weird way, Vin, kind of fit your thing where I know you're not ready to accept the fact that we made enough moves to say we're a better team or that we're a solid team that's a running back away, because you always just got to be a running back away. What if we're 2 years away and we get the running back now, so that by next year in his sophomore year, we're position players away from being that team? You know what I'm saying? Why does it always have to be a running back as the missing fucking piece? You really think Kansas City, just because they got Ken Walker this year, is all of a sudden going to be this powerhouse juggernaut again? They got a lot of fucking holes, and who knows how fair. I don't give a shit how fast Pat Mahomes is rehabbing and he's a freak of nature and all this other shit. He's still a fucking human at the end of the day, all right? And he still got hurt and tore up his knee late in the season. So for him to come back fucking coming in super early, you're going to tell me that the Chiefs are all of a sudden with no receiver because Rice is gone now, James Worthy hasn't really stepped up, and Kelsey's only another year older, that they're ready to fucking go with a running back? So, maybe we do get the running back and we see how these other receivers work out, give Neighbors a year to get healthy and take some of the pressure off of him. And then next year you get another piece and we're good to go.
You would want Tate as that wide receiver?
No.
I don't know. I got to go back and watch some more tape.
Who would you want, Ben, as a wide receiver then?
No wide receiver.
Okay, no, none at all.
Go second round. I don't like any of the wide receivers. I think they're all short. I don't like any of them. This is not the time. Second round, we have big holes. Okay. We have big holes. I think linebacker.
So where do you think the biggest hole still is?
Cornerback.
I think our secondary could use some help. I think linebacker could use some help. Edmunds, he's played in this league for 10 years, and he's Bobby O'Preece part two. You know what I mean? It's the same idea. He's a tackler. Does he really rush the passer? He hasn't since Buffalo days. So I'm like okay with the signing. I wanted him, but now I'm like, all right with it. Why did the guy go?
You don't like Newsome, Ben, the cornerback?
Well, he hasn't impressed since like his rookie year. Like it's been 2 years where he hasn't done anything.
Was that because he's a product in Cleveland? Is that what it is, though?
No. Well, he got traded to the Jaguars, and then they switched up the defense on him, so he couldn't learn it.
1 year though. 1 year, right?
Mike, I'm hoping that it works out with Newsome, but I don't want to like bet on it. I don't know.
He signed a Debo to be our number one, really.
I also don't like safety at 5, but if Caleb Downs is this like possible, I don't like using this word lightly, this generational talent that I always like, he's the best player in the draft. Like maybe you go with Caleb Downs. I don't know.
That's what they're saying about Love, though. It's generational talent.
Running back, Downs too, though, and
yeah, I heard that too.
Didn't they draft Patrick kind of high? Right? Was that the nasty safety over in Baltimore? If I'm not mistaken, was it Patrick? Right?
Kyle Hamilton? Kyle Hamilton?
They took Hamilton, but there was somebody else before him too. Before him. So, like, what I'm trying, I was just trying to put it all together and build like a little bit of timeline.
Safety? A safety?
Yeah. Before, it was in between Reed and Hamilton. It was right in between. Anyhow, no, maybe he was a linebacker, but anyhow,
Patrick McQueen.
Patrick McQueen. Yeah,
he was a linebacker.
And then he took right. So I mean, dude, it's tough to say. Harbaugh, listen, all I'm going to say is Harbaugh knows what he's doing. Whether or not it's going to fix this Giants and turn us around in 1 year, That obviously remains to be seen. But you know what? The reason why you could say that you have some of these coaches, I don't know. I don't want to say they got demoted or they're taking a lesser job, because sometimes you do that because you see the future and you see a bright side to this, and you know that you could be a part of any part of this team, and if it works out, you just got yourself your next payday, right? Think about it. I mean, if you go back to like the original Giants fucking team to win that Super Bowl, Tom Coughlin was the wide receivers coach. Bill Belichick was the fucking defensive coordinator, and Parcells was running the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
Like,
we had
they
the whole
put this
NFL.
fucking together. And look at these legends that we just mentioned that were all part of that staff. And you can go through the same thing. I think it was Mike Holmgren had like Andy Reid and a bunch of those guys on those teams. That's what I see Harbaugh doing right now. He's not trying to get the next new hot young coordinator and put him on his team so that guy could try to build. He's pulling in all these veteran people. He's bringing his guys in from Baltimore that can show him winning attitude. I mean, let's not forget, Baltimore was a Super Bowl favorite last year, and a couple of injuries and a couple of things derailed them. And they just missed the playoffs by a field goal. So, like, you know what I mean? He's trying to let this team realize that you have this winning mentality and this winning culture, and he's bringing in these veteran guys that have been there, done that, been in the league for years, been coaching for years, to at least start bringing that kind of mentality to this team. So I almost think at 5, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? Like you almost can't go wrong because you're going to still get a stud.
You get best player available.
Ready for this year or next or the year after.
Maybe.
So you have to get best player available. I seen some.
Right, that's it.
I think I seen some shit about like maybe getting a corner if we trade down. I don't want to trade down nowhere. I don't want extra draft picks. I want them to get best player available right there that has an impact for the Giants. And I think like fuck the corners too. Though Vin, like you were saying before, like we don't know so much about Newsome. Like he was good in Cleveland. Sure, he went to Jacksonville, played a different kind of situation, but we did sign a bunch of other guys to, in the backfield and defensive backfield.
Depth pieces.
We got Darius Washington, Jason Pinnock came back.
I like Pinnock.
Elijah Campbell. Like, so we got guys. Maybe we go with a 3 safety type deal sometimes, like we did years ago. But we still got Banks. We still got a Debo. Like, we still got guys that
Banks. That's Jules' player. Jules has got it
really is.
Did you guys see what I sent you? The quote from Tremaine Edmunds?
Say it again.
I sent you guys a screenshot.
Read it, John.
He was quoted. So this just to endear himself to Giants fans. I mean, take what you will out of it, but what he was quoted as saying is, the Eagles threw more money on the table, but money doesn't win rings. Teams do. I didn't come to New York to be quiet. I came here to hunt the Super Bowl and rub it in the face of everyone who thought I should have taken the safe option and go with the Eagles. I'm not chasing a paycheck. I'm not chasing a paycheck. I'm chasing a championship, and I believe that the Giants are built to take it.
When did he say this?
Well, I mean, in the last couple of weeks, I would imagine. Very recently, since he's signed.
He's my new favorite Giant now, John.
I like the quote, but I would probably take that with a little bit of grain of salt.
Yeah,
I don't know Edmunds just yet, just because maybe there's more competition. I know they lost some linebackers in free agency, but I know there's a little bit more competition maybe in Philly, where maybe like here he had a starting job for sure. He's he might even be a captain of the defense.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, that's almost certainly the case. But I mean, they offered him more money, and if it's true that they offered him more money, and he really does feel like the Eagles are on a downslope and we're on the uprise, and that's why he signed with us. That goes to show you that inside the league, the Giants are kind of commanding some respect. They played well last year with Jackson Dart and the guy that they did have on the field. I think Jackson Dart commands some respect now going into year 2. And John Harbaugh is just the mainstay of someone who you're going to respect as a coach in this league. That's just what it is. It's actually kind of refreshing that we could, kind of come up with all these different scenarios and stuff. And we don't think that we're smarter than the guy making a decision. For the first time, where I kind of sit back and say, this guy knows more than all of us. I don't care who you are. Okay?
I don't think we'll be upset with whoever we get at number 5. I don't think any Giant fan should be upset about it or throw a tantrum at Radio City Music Hall. I think we should just go and accept the process. You know what I mean? For the first time in like a long time. But
I was trying to say, because with that whole like thing that John just mentioned, like that almost seems like a dig at Barkley, where he's just trying to kind of spin the narrative there a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's like,
how do I delete
play for a team?
Right,
I mean, he went to Buffalo, right? I mean, granted that's Western New York and it might as well be fucking Canada, but You know, like I tried to look. He's not from around here. He grew up in Virginia, played at Virginia Tech. I mean, you know, you try to find maybe some sort of connection, but maybe he just didn't like the way Barkley handled shit. Maybe he agrees with kind of the stuff I said and how Hard Knocks got blown up. And maybe he was just kind of covertly
But Barkley, Barkley won a championship, though.
Jules, you're
He won
crazy.
the
Yeah,
championship.
exactly. I was about to say that.
Right.
He did
Yeah,
win,
but so
he made the
what?
right
So
decision.
what? But that's why he said it's not all about winning. It's you know you going to go there now, but like that's what they do. They continue to just pick little pieces here and there to go try to win and chip. He's like, I'd rather go win for someone that hasn't won in a while and like make it more meaningful. You
It's
know,
like when the
try to
NBA
follow
had
in Antonio Pierce's footsteps and Harry Carson and all
Yeah.
those guys.
I don't even know if he said that he's
Like-
willing to wait. It just sounds like he thinks that right now the team to beat right now is the Giants. Not the
everybody
Eagles.
wants to come in.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah.
back. We're back, baby.
we're
Can
back.
we?
If
Go
I
ahead,
could
man.
piggyback on what John was saying, I think this free agency was a breath of fresh air because it seems like with Harbaugh there, and he's not going to get everything right. I just feel like there's a vision now, there's a plan in place, and he got
calculated.
yeah, like I could kind of see where he's going. Like for there's years there where I couldn't figure out what this team was doing. I was like, why are they doing this? Why are they
Nobody could.
like we got rid of Wandale, we replaced him with 3 players. We got like we out of the 3, Flott and I forget who else. We lost Bellinger, but I'm like the one guy I wanted to keep
Bellinger?
was Illuminor.
Yeah,
I'm like
Bellinger's
Illuminor
gone.
deserved our contract. He deserved to stay as our right tackle because we got that right. We got Edmunds as the linebacker because we lost Bobby O. Well, we released Bobby O. Like I just feel like he's doing Isaiah Likely. I think
Stud.
it's a great pickup. That kid has got a ceiling. I don't know what his ceiling is yet. I
He don't got one.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys read this, but Harbaugh like weeks before he left Baltimore, he extended Mark Andrews for like 3 weeks or something, and then he bounced. You know what I mean? So
Smart move.
so he could take Likely, I guess. I'm hoping that's correct. But yeah, I think
That's
in terms of
sneaky.
free agency, like if you look at it, and we weren't the team that had the most money, but we got the restructure from
We
Bird's
made money.
contract. Like he's making moves, and I'm like, you know what? I feel like out of all the free agency in this period, I feel like the Giants have to be given a solid B plus. And in some
Everybody's been giving them that grades.
yeah, like I feel like they've done a heck of a job. They didn't overspend.
Can
They
we
didn't-
talk? Can we talk about the thorn that's been on our side about the free agency? About like how we fix the special teams for once in the past.
Oh yeah, we definitely spent money on special teams.
I don't give a
I'm with it. I'm fine with it.
About
mean,
time,
that's-
God damn it.
I mean, we got the best punter in the game, legit. That
Really?
actually could kick the ball like inside the 10-yard line.
His name is Stout, for God's sakes.
I mean, come
You know
on.
he's having fun today.
That's my jersey, bro. That's my jersey.
Yeah, let's buy
today.
punting jerseys.
All 4 of us should get Stout jerseys for going into like next year. 100%. We should just bet USA tonight in the baseball game and just buy jerseys tomorrow with Stout on our backs. Because we got the punter. We signed sure, Sanders.
Sanders is
like
good, dude. He's
Yeah,
young,
he's good.
man.
coming off an
Solid.
injury, but
Yeah,
listen,
okay.
Sauls has been nasty for us like late in the year. I want to see a good competition because that contract for Sanders is not guaranteed. So they got to win the job like coming out of training camp, which is great. I'm actually rooting for the rookie because he impressed. I liked him. So about time we fix our special teams because we lost how many games by that, over the past couple seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that move. So yeah, you guys are right. The first time we had a good free agent signing, like everybody's getting behind. And
But with all that said, I will say we still have some holes at starter position, which I don't like, necessarily. So we're not quite there.
what's the holes?
The guards. We need some interior linemen.
All right. So you might have brought something up there. I mean, apparently Harbaugh still believes in Evan Neal. And I don't think he's there for a tackle purpose. And you laugh, but like the kid, he's young.
I am laughing.
He is super talented, and Harbaugh saw something.
I'm rooting for him.
I hope so. I hope it works out.
Isuzu
You gotta keep in
shined
mind.
today too.
Rosters blow up to 90 bodies for training camp. So that's all. They're going to sign people and they're going to cut people at the end of August. That's just what it is.
Probably it could. You think so? Jules, you think he makes it out of camp?
Yeah, I'd like to see. I wish I could see some like footage of him, just to see his attitude, see what like his body
stance.
language.
Let's take a look at his stance.
Because hold on, if there's a guy that's literally like, "Fuck, this is my last chance," and he's going at it like that, then yeah, he makes the team. He makes the team. If he's I got signed again, he's still thinking whatever, and he's just doing what he's got to do, then he's probably gonna get cut. And I just don't. Now we're gonna really test what kind of character this dude is. Because if he makes the team, that means he's giving it his fucking all. He's down to learn every position. He showed something. Harbaugh believes in something. He sees something in him. And I'm not saying he's going to turn into a fucking Pro Bowler, but the guy's going to be able to fill in and give us blows and cover if someone gets hurt and do all that shit.
What pick was he, Jules?
What
pick was he in the first round? He was
5.
five.
He was 7. Thibodeau was 5.
Yeah,
right. He was 7,
and he was 7. I mean, that's why you don't give up on first round talent. You just, listen, 50% of them bust, but if he's keeping them around for a year and they think he can play guard, he's a big boy to have next to like an Andrew Thomas or a Luminor. Like that's God, man, that would be.
Oh, we could have unlocked Evan Neal. Our years, our seasons would be.
Dude. And our line played good last year. Our line played good.
Evan Neal might just really truly be like, because when he shifted, he showed some promise a little bit, and then he just lost it. And it looks like it's a confidence issue. It looks like he's not like guys who just like blown, like not even like bull rushing. They were just kind of running by him. He looked lost. It looks like that's what I'm trying to say. If he's that type that's like, fuck, this guy this Hall of Fame to be hopefully coach mental. Just gave me this second chance, and he believes in me, and he's one of those dudes that's just gonna now take that and turn it and be like, football's all I care about this year. Yeah, you know what? He might work out. But you never know. I would with that 50-50.
I would say there's really only a downside with Evan Neal. As well, I shouldn't say that. There's more downside than upside as far as the John Harbaugh. You're taking a guy who was a first round bust, who's kind of a pariah at this point in New York, and saying, no. I saw him before the draft. I saw what he's capable of on whatever tape that's out on him the last few years. I have confidence that I could figure out how to unlock this guy. Keep in mind, bro, one of the big things that we've been hearing for the last couple of years with Brian Dable is they've run a fucking country club, fucking training camp and practices and all that stuff. I don't think Harbaugh's going to do that. There's a real world possibility that no one was really that great at focusing on this guy enough to turn him into a fucking a starting caliber fucking player. Now you have a coach and a coaching staff in here who have way higher likelihood of turning him into something. So he's got to believe something, because it's very easy just to get rid of the old guys to re-sign him, not even just have him on the team and then cut him later on, but just actually physically re-sign him. You have to have confidence in him, or else you're gonna fucking have some egg on your face afterwards.
Can I ask you guys a question? Like out of the free agents that we lost, do you think any of these guys like Bobby or Kerry, Daniel Bellinger, Cordell Flott, or Wanda Robinson, does any of those guys really move the needle that you are so upset about them going and signing with somebody else? I say no. I don't think anybody. I know, John, you like Daniel Bellinger. I know you like him a lot.
I love Bellinger.
Yeah.
They never gave him that opportunity, though, right?
No. And he had like a few years in a row, albeit not a lot of targets, but he had 100% catch percentage for like 3 years running or something like that. The kid could catch the ball. The kid could block. A low-cost option to have him on the team. I rooted for him forever, and sad to see him fucking go.
Gave him so much money.
Did they?
Titans gave him $8 million for a year.
The Tennessee Giants, right there, right?
That is an insane number.
God bless.
A lot. I'll tell you. I'm not gonna say I feel like, oh my God, we missed him, whatever. But one guy I will be rooting for is Wendell. I always liked him. I don't know if he's scrappy to do a catch. I like him. I'm rooting for him. I don't know if he'll do anything, but if he has a good year, I'll be happy for him.
I'm not rooting for any of them. They're not wearing giant jerseys, so they go
stop it.
I think I think the biggest loss that we took, I like Bobby, but we replaced him. I think Flott creates another hole. I
Yeah.
know Flott was undersized. I believe we
Yeah.
were in on Flott, and I heard Salah came in at the very last 11th hour and was like, gave him the plan for the defense, told him what he was going to be a part of. Like the money was the same between the Giants and Tennessee, and he just decided he liked what Salah's pitch was.
Maybe he really likes
Now it
Dable.
went that
Yeah.
way. Huh?
Maybe he really likes Dable.
Yeah.
Or Dable, yeah, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So Flott just creates another hole because that CB2 has been difficult for us. So now we got to go back to Jules's boy and Deontay, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not.
The draft hasn't even started yet.
Did he?
Oh,
Didn't he
Oh,
play well?
Wait. We can't get a solid corner in the second round.
I hope.
Hey,
I mean,
that's
come
what
on.
I'm hoping for.
Every time the Giants draft any corners, like they all bust. They all suck.
They do. They really do.
They
What about
suck.
the
right,
guys
but-
that are left in free agency? What about Snead that used to play for Kansas City?
How old is he?
I don't know, but like I'm just saying, like what about like free agents? Like how come they're not jumping on these guys?
Dude, the Giants were in on the McDuffie dude. I heard the Rams would give him more. We were willing to give a first rounder. So the guy that went to the Rams from Kansas City, we got outbid on that one. We were almost there. I heard we were somewhat into Crosby. We were into Vera Tucker, and we got outbid by him. Like the Giants are in on stuff all the last like month. The Giants have been in on everything. Like they got their hands everywhere, which I love to hear. But our holes are interior lineman, a defensive tackle, like a run-stopping defensive tackle. And then another hole I would say is probably wide receiver. I know we got some nice wide receiver twos there and Neighbors. Hopefully, I don't know if he starts the season, but
He's looking good, man. I
I
saw
would
him
love-
working out on some tape, man. He
I
looked
think
good.
it's second round. Maybe Jules knows more about it because I don't really watch college. I got to do some more research now. But I think I want a wide receiver in that second round. Like if there are wide receivers like they usually are in the second round, I would probably go there. If not, I'll go best player available. But I really want a young receiver, and I want him to be a big guy. You know what I mean? I want him.
Yeah.
You're
I
not.
was just thinking that, Vin. I want a fucking Plaxico Burris. I want a skyscraper that can go up
Tall
there,
guy, yeah.
body a guy, bro. It's been such a long time.
Like an end zone guy, you know what I mean? Just fade
Yeah.
route to the corner.
Isaiah
Like,
Likely.
throw it up.
6'4".
You gotta have a
Like,
couple
the guy.
of tight ends, tight end. You gotta have a wide receiver that you could go fucking 5 wide receivers spread out wide, and you have a guy that could do a jump ball 1-on-1 with a smaller quarterback.
Neighbors is
Yeah.
that guy though, John. Neighbors can leap,
Yeah.
and he's nasty.
Sure.
Say you got Bam
You're,
Bam
you're relying on a spectacular play. I don't care for my wide receiver 2 or 3 to make spectacular plays. I want consistency and reliability.
Possession
Tall-
receivers.
Possession guy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want. And we lost our main third down target with Wan'Dale Robinson, even though, I mean, the kid would get hit and bounce off guys like a fucking rag doll. It was actually alarming to watch. You're going to get rid of
I
him.
agree.
Sure. You got to replace with a guy that Jackson Dart could find on third down.
What about Slayton? You're not sold on Slayton, John? You don't think he bounces back?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what Slayton's going to give us? You know what Slayton's going to give us? This is what Theo Johnson's going to give us. When we don't really need them, we're up in the game, they're going to be playing great. You know what I mean? But when we need them on like a third down and a big play, both of them will get the cases of the
Theo's still young, Ben. I got to give him like a little bit of.
he's going to
I'll
drop
give him-
balls left and right. I like him. Like I've turned the corner on him where
Yeah.
I'm like, I like him moving forward.
Well, they're going to have a 2 tight end set going forward a lot.
I like it.
It'll
I
be
think
him
we're
and
going to
Isaiah.
run. We're going to ground and pound.
Oh, it's going to be nasty, yeah. And
With the
play action.
fullback.
And
Yeah,
play
we're gonna-
action.
Yeah, I think
With the threat of the run with Dart,
Yeah.
it'll just be like Lamar Jackson again.
And Dart shouldn't
That's
throw
the
the ball
offense.
more than 30 times a game. You know what I mean? Just
Exactly.
run. Let Dart make the play action plays. You know what I mean? And just throw some crazy running looks.
Northeast
all
football. That's
Hold the
Northeast football.
ball, have possession. Don't have your defense out there long enough to get gassed, and just win some games. Win some boring, solid, physical games. Just get we
80
need
style.
big bodies. We need big bodies in the middle. That's what I'm looking for in this draft.
Yeah, we need some
Big
cake.
bodies.
Need some
That's
cake. So
The draft is only a month away, which is fucking nuts.
I'm stoked.
it goes by quick,
fucking
man.
nuts.
Every year. How
It's
many times we
insane.
say it goes by so quick, man?
Can we talk about how the NFL is so greedy that they're looking to take Thanksgiving Eve and make a game on that night now.
Awesome. Can't
What is
wait.
that?
Ugh.
I
Give
can't
me
wait. I can't wait till
NFL
there's a
every
football
day.
game on every day in the week.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's what it's
That
coming
won't
to.
happen because
Ugh.
the guys have to rest and it would be too complicated for schedule makers. Well, maybe with AI they could do it, but realistically speaking, I mean, why would you not take another free day on the calendar? There's
Expand the
nothing else
rosters.
going on.
You're making more money. Expand the rosters.
Give him more buys.
Yeah, more buys. Yeah, I mean it's gonna come to. We're gonna get 2
Do
buys.
something for the
Fuck
Players
it,
Association.
fuck it. We'll move the Super Bowl to St. Patty's Day. Let's extend the season out a month.
Yeah, let's
Well,
go.
you know what? They want every day, even the off season. Now, once we're done with the draft, what do you got? A few weeks, maybe a month? A few weeks, I think.
Okay.
They do the schedule. They turn that into a whole show. You know what I mean? And then you got training camp a couple, not even like a month and a half after that. Like it really is like an all year round the clock NFL. They've conquered it, you know?
Yeah. I say it all the time, fucking to my friends and shit. There's no business. Well, I should say sports specifically, but I don't know of anything else where there is really no product for you to sell for 6 months of the year. But for some reason, some way, somehow, every single week, NFL finds a way to stay relevant, regardless of what's going on. They just find a way to stay relevant 52 weeks a year. It's actually fascinating.
And in a way, they had to survive, right? Because if you think about it, baseball basically goes from March till October, till the end of October, right? So what are they off? 3 months a year, right? Basketball's learned to fucking extend their season fucking for for 2 years.
Their playoffs are crazy long.
You know, the playoffs end at the end of June, man.
Yeah.
The season started in November. Like, what are they?
I think the playoffs start in April. The playoffs start in April.
I know.
June.
Over 2 full months. It's insane. You know, hockey's caught up a little bit. They have to try to keep up with the NBA. So, you know what I mean? Like, you have those are your competing sports, and it's like they got to try to stay relevant because if they didn't expand the season. Remember, the Super Bowl used to end at the end of January, and then the season wouldn't start till September. You were literally 8 months without football. You know what I mean? Without count preseason and the draft and then this. So these marketing geniuses for the NFL came up with all these fucking things to really promote the fuck out of it, and it worked.
Incredibly smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Back in the day, like the NFL draft, like wasn't even televised. It was just like,
really,
dude, it was crazy back in the day.
You
Yeah,
said listen to it on a fucking.
When you say back in the day, how long ago?
probably like 10 years ago. Nah,
No,
it was, yeah. Dude, it was so bad, man. It was like
That's
like the
interesting.
70s. Like the first NFL draft televised was like I think in like the 80s.
80s.
Like it was.
I don't think that
crazy.
Elway draft was televised.
I think that might have been the first one.
That
I
could
think
have
that was
been.
actually the first one.
I think that could have been the first. Yeah,
I think that's why it was. That's why it gets all the hype and everything now.
Yeah.
That's why they overdid the
1980.
quarterback thing and shit.
1980
That set it
was the
off
first
where they were like, people
televised
have
draft.
interest in this.
John, you
It
said
was-
1980 was the 1st
Mhm.
televised draft.
I want to know what changed the whole fucking draft around in general. I mean, don't forget, for years we were spoiled living over here in New York because it was always at Radio City. And it got
Always,
to the
yeah.
point where guys would just give tickets away, and like you couldn't even you couldn't even fill it.
I
You know,
wish.
that's how it was. And then all of a sudden, it was like overnight. They're like, okay, let's just bring it to a different city. And they did
It
that.
blew up.
And now it's like fucking insane. Because
Was-
now every city's like, I want it next year. I
Yeah.
want it next year. I want that shit back in fucking New York, man.
I wish.
I don't know. Nashville.
It'll be a
I think.
while.
What was the first NFL draft that was away from Radio City? What was that?
That's a good question because
Because Nashville, I went. I thought Nashville like in 2019.
Chicago,
I
maybe, I
went.
feel like, or something.
I thought Nashville was the first one. 2019. I was like, oh shit, NFL draft in Nashville.
There was
Oh,
at least one before, if I'm not
It
mistaken.
was?
Like
In
the
2018?
first one they did, or the first one or two, got a little hype, but that's where it started growing. And by the time it got to Nashville, it was boom, blowing up. Like,
Yeah. 2015 was the first time they moved away from
wow.
NYC. I'm not including obviously the fucking 1930s, which I don't.
well,
count,
yeah.
but
But where was the
Yeah.
first city?
Chicago.
You watched
I
Chicago.
was going to say Chicago. I was going to
Wow.
say it.
Hey, that was
Yeah, I
good.
did. I did. You can rewind the tape. I did.
Yep. Correct. I'll edit that out.
You all of a sudden
yeah.
can just hear like a pause. You can see me talking, but no words.
I'll just be like, Buffalo. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah,
that's-
wow.
I used to follow it. I remember it was probably 2014, actually, probably the year right before, where I remember I was working in the area and I walked over on Thursday night and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let me see if I can get in. It was like they were letting people in and out. You were waiting online. And then like literally it was just like people were like, it's dead in there. I don't feel like going, like, don't even waste your time. And like some guy was like, yeah, you can go to Johnny Utah's and here's free drinks. And I was like, all right, well, fucking free drinks. I'll go for that. And plus I was by myself, so I didn't want to just go walk to the draft by myself. You know what I mean? Like I literally was walking to the train after work and was like, should I? I don't know. It looks like they're letting anybody in. And then this dude was like, here's some free drink tickets. I was like, well, fuck, I guess I'm going to Johnny Utah's.
What did we draft in 2014? I want to see who Jules
that I couldn't even tell you.
Who did Jules miss that night? You could have saw it.
OBJ.
Anyway.
It was it OBJ?
2014 is probably OBJ.
Oh, no, maybe
I think it was the year before.
Yeah, I think he was 2013.
No, he's right.
Eli Apple?
Odell, 2014.
Oh, you missed Odell. Look at that.
Wow, you missed Odell, man.
No wonder why I didn't like him.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. Any parting words before USA baseball team comes on?
No, fucking go America, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, USA. Let's just win the Triple Crown. We're winning everything.
I mean, listen, you know what's weird? It's like you see the passion that some of these other countries have, like Venezuela, and like the fan base.
Oh, they were
going
nuts.
Shit. They make it like you want. Like I want to watch this game. If it wasn't for that, I don't know how interested I would be into tonight. But seeing Venezuela last night against Italy and that fan base and going crazy, and then them mocking Japan by doing sushi, we eat sushi, yelling some shit like that. And then last night they were fucking saying
very racist.
We eat pizza. So like people have been waiting to see like what kind of shit they would talk if they end up beating the United States. Like, we eat hot dogs, apple pie, or hamburgers.
Hot dog hamburgers.
You
Keep in mind.
All right, motherfuckers. Now I almost kind of hope the United States smack your asses down. That's why we got your dictator locked up and you ain't getting
I was just about to say that was only a few weeks ago, bro.
What's the line on that game? Do anybody know?
Too much, all right? The Knicks are 14.5-point favorites, and Brunson's not even playing. That's a better bet. Take the
Pacers. Who are they playing?
Pacers.
Who, the Knicks?
Pacers again?
Yeah, they play him every week.
And the Pacers play him tight. And they fucking laying 15 with no Brunson?
Yeah, every game they play him tight. It's ridiculous.
You see that? You think we just bet on baseball, on football. We talk about other sports to bet on.
I think WBC in its infancy baseball's a regional game. But I got to tell you, like what Jules said,
it's exciting.
The passion that these players are demonstrating, like they don't do this in a regular season game in August. You know what I mean?
No way.
Summer. Like they could care less, but here they care. And I know it. You know, I was rooting for Italy. Obviously, I have Italian roots.
And they were all Italian Americans too. You know?
Right? They were Italian Americans, but they were like I like what their captain said, like, and Cervelli, they were like, we're trying to get the game going here in Italy. You know what I mean? We're trying to start it. You know, we have a team.
Yeah,
but we're going to try to get it going. So I'm like, just to see DR, that Venezuela-Japanese game on Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday.
Nuts. It was insane. You know, the Japanese fans are a whole nother, that East Asian region, how much they love their baseball. And the Caribbean, obviously. And then you have the U.S., who should be the kings of the World Baseball Classic. Let's see. Let's
night, baby.
Let's
see. We got the kid from the Mets on the mound tonight, so we'll see.
I will say though, Judge, I don't know. As a Yankee fan, I don't know. Clutch spots, that dude is still killing me.
Right.
And then he makes the comment
completely off topic, but if Judge hits a walk-off tonight for the fucking U.S. to win, is he broke the curse? That's it.
No.
He's no more fucking.
No. He's got to do it in Yankee pinstripes. I want to see him do it in pinstripes. Yo, we all can say he's a great player, but is he a great Yankee? I'm not ready to give him that. No way. No way. And
he's a great Yankee. He's a great player. He's not yet a great winner.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
Yeah.
You can't put him up there in the top 5 Yankees of all time unless he wins a chip, and he's got to be a part of it.
He's not clutch.
I did hear a crazy stat today, and it was fact-checked, that Judge has the most home runs. He's tied with David Ortiz for his team in series deciding games.
That's like a LeBron statistic. When LeBron fans tell me
I thought that was kind of interesting.
all these like stats or whatever, I know what I see, and I see this dude striking out all the time in the ninth inning.
It's true.
That's what I see. You know what I mean?
It is true. I see that a lot too, man. So he's striking out or popping up. It's like, come on. It's frustrating.
Yo, it's insane.
Not tonight, baby. Tonight we're
If
winning.
you guys were to bank before we go, because I've given this a lot of thought. Your top 5 Yankees of all time.
Jeter.
To me, no, absolutely not. To me,
Mattingly.
no, absolutely not.
What are you, nuts?
Wait.
And Jeter,
Let me
there.
give
Are we
let me
going to
give
count
it to you.
guys we never saw
To
play?
me, yeah, you have to. I'm sorry. To me, the top 4 are non-negotiable. In whatever order you want to put, you're putting Babe Ruth, you're putting Lou Gehrig, you're putting Joe DiMaggio,
Mickey
and you're
Mantle.
putting Mickey Mantle.
Right.
Those are your 4. I don't care. You live, you die. I don't care. Those are your 4.
All right, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Now the 5th
That's why I
guy.
established that question.
Now the 5th guy. The 5th guy is where the controversy and who everybody wants to put in there. You can't put Mattingly. He never won, sadly, and I love Mattingly. Jeter. I don't think Jeter. He was clutch. I love Jeter, but I don't know if I'll put him at 5. My 5th, and it could be Judge if he starts winning. My 5th is Yogi Berra. That would be my 5th. You take a look at that dude's numbers, the championships, they are sick. The guy he's got a bunch of MVPs. He came in second a bunch of years for MVPs. Look at Yogi Berra's numbers. That's my 5.
What about if you just base off winning, you could throw Phil Rizzuto in there?
Yeah.
You know
I'm not
what I mean?
basing it on winning. I'm basing it on
No, Yogi's.
Yogi's legit.
I could give an exception. That's why I said like guys we saw play. The top 5 you just mentioned, I didn't see any one of them actually play.
Yeah.
What
It's
about
hard to go back like that. You're looking at
Yeah,
stats
and
from
would I
100
throw
years
Joe
ago.
D in there? Yes, because Joe D was famously known and written down. If we want to consider Ted
Nasty.
Williams one of the best fucking hitters of all time, right? Because that's what they'll
Nasty.
praise about.
That's it.
Joe D always would call him out because he was a 10 times better fielder than he was. And he was like, who's the all-around better ball player when my numbers are just as close? So he had the swag. He married Marilyn Monroe. Like, the dude,
he got everything
of that era, but was better.
He got his own disease, which is just incredible.
You know, like, so yeah, that guy always
Murderer's Row. Yeah, Gary was
Like,
nasty.
you know, like he got like what about your own like the 5 guys, maybe 5 that we all seen? Can we give a list of that?
That,
in the core 4.
I got to think about it.
That's
a tough one, right?
I would
Mattingly and Jeter, no doubt. Those are my 2 guys right off the bat. That's
But
easy.
Mattingly didn't win a championship.
Well, what about Mariano? Mariano,
I don't care.
I said Rivera. Yeah, he's got to be up there. He's fucking.
Mo got to be in there. That's definitely in the top
Mo
5.
might be my number 1. Mo might be my number 1.
Yeah.
Listen, nobody's arguing that.
Best closer his
man.
whole career.
Yeah, those are my 3 guys right there. 2 more spots.
Like Pettit,
One of those could be Judges.
Jason Giambi.
Bull thong, baby.
Fucking way.
Oh, you don't like that one, huh, Trainer?
Hell no. I might actually go Mike
Bernie Williams?
Pagliarulo. No, I'm looking.
Bernie Williams.
Bernie's great.
Ooh,
Paul O'Neill was
Bernie's.
awesome.
Bernie's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Bernie was clutch. 19 postseason home runs. He had that record for a
Seen him
minute.
in White Plains a bunch of times eating by himself.
Hey, here's a controversial
I
one.
talked to him about the ball.
A-Rod.
He's good.
A-Rod.
Nah,
He won a championship with us.
Not top 5 though.
Oh, I'll give you one. I'll give you a good one.
Nah,
CC
definitely not
Sabathia.
A-Rod.
Sabathia.
I mean they're retiring his number, but no.
Really?
Them retiring his number is very strange to me. I wouldn't have retired his number for.
I'll tell you when we stop recording why they're doing all that.
I don't want to hear it, John.
Just happens to be that he's
Who is it? But who would be like the other guys?
Judge.
You would throw
Judge
Judge
is
in
up
there
there.
right now? Everybody
No.
would throw Judge in there right now?
No.
I mean,
there will be people that would, but I wouldn't.
as far as greatness is
Scott
concerned,
Brocious.
Tino that'd be fucking tough. That'd be
Jorge.
then I'm going against Don Mattingly in a way because I never wanted that to happen. You know?
Yeah, I almost want to say
Posada.
Reggie Jackson because I do remember him playing in Anaheim, but I don't.
I
remember
know.
him
I
playing
never
in
saw
Yankees.
Reggie.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember seeing
I
Reggie
remember
play.
Naked Gun. I almost killed the queen.
But for the Naked Gun. That's tough because I remember Reggie playing when I was very young. And he was
Very
awesome.
young, like a
And he
kid.
was,
Like
dude,
one
he
of
was
the first
awesome.
people. Your
But he
dad
went too
didn't
many
look up to him
teams.
because of who he was.
He went,
You're
he
like,
went too
all
many
right.
teams, though.
Dave Winfield.
Ooh, that's a good one. Dave was he was the man, bro.
Well, it fits the conversation. Dave Winfield
Never
was
won.
what Steinbrenner wanted to replace Reggie with, and that's how that whole thing started.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, Ricky Henderson, then for that matter, right? I mean, he was really good with us for a little bit.
Probably Willie Randolph, I would probably throw up there.
Willie's another one.
Willie's fucking.
It's
Willie's
tough, man.
nasty.
It's tough. I mean, listen, you want to go with the core four from the fucking, the 90s and shit in the early 2000s.
Yeah, because they won.
Course, but, there was some other players for sure that mixed in that were this era.
Jimmy Key, Mike Mussina.
The Moose was
I
good.
mean, Andy Pettit fucking was.
Andy Pettit, probably. He'd
I
get
mean, can
over
I count
that.
David
Yeah.
Cohn? I used to love David Cohn. I still
Yeah.
El Duque.
I mean, shit.
David Cohn, shit.
We just throwing names out there. I'm just throwing names out there.
Yeah.
Cecil
He's
Fielder.
very nostalgic.
I gotta tell you, I think A-Rod beats a lot of those dudes I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Hey,
He won multiple MVPs, bro. He's fucking great.
He was.
A-Rod, and he changed
Yeah.
positions for the Yankees. Like
Right, and he did juice. So,
it all the rest.
They all did,
People
bro.
think Cecil
Everybody,
Field
I
was
know,
fast,
everybody
didn't
did.
do anything.
Everybody did.
they all did, no matter what anybody
The
says.
fact that like certain guys want to just be like, I didn't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Remember when
We're definitely forgetting guys though. We're definitely forgetting great Yankees in the last like 20 years.
Chad Curtis. Remember when Chad Curtis did creatine and he had like 80 home runs that one year? Like, get out of
Yeah,
here.
creatine.
Creatine.
Get out
I
of
mean,
here.
you know what? You didn't mention Posada once, right?
I said Posada.
Yeah, Vinny said Posada before, yeah.
Sada was great.
Yeah,
great catcher.
Yeah, we love
He used to
Posada.
piss on his hands for the Yankees.
He did.
Yeah, bro.
Because
That's that
on
third
everybody's
ball right
hands.
there.
Everybody had a strong grip because of Posada. Who else, man? Who else are we missing? But that's probably a conversation for another time. I'm glad
That's
we went
a
down the
mix it
Yankees
up
rabbit hole.
conversation. I just gave you a little quick ploy there. Mix it up. Mix
There
it
we
up.
go.
Podcast.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Go
All
watch.
right, well, that's
USA
it. Listen,
baseball.
we will be back a week before the NFL fucking draft. That's what it is. Unless some weird, crazy breaking news happens between now and then, be safe, be kind, and we'll see you guys. Peace.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Go Giants.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Go Blue.